Hi, I'm Scott Maddox, a product manager at Telestream. I would like to introduce a new solution for adding rich, animated titles and graphics to automated file-based workflows. We call this product PostProducer Titler Engine, and this innovative option for PostProducer is powered by a joint effort between Telestream and NewBlueFX's titling technology to create broadcast quality outputs for the most demanding file-based production workflows. The PostProducer Titler engine utilizes templates that are created using NewBlue's leading title design tool that's available for most editing platforms, as well as in a multi-platform standalone application. So who would benefit from using the Titler engine? If you use Telestream's PostProducer content assembly automation product, and you have a need for iterative titles, slates, and graphics, Titler engine can definitely add powerful graphics automation to your workflows. Anyone who produces multi-language content and needs different language titles and graphics, ad service providers who may need to produce, for example, 100 spots, all with different animated 1-800 numbers or graphics, or network editing centers who use a lot of slates and who need to automate the creation of those, possibly based on program metadata. Let's jump into a quick demo. First, I will start with the NewBlue title design tool, which is sold separately by NewBlueFX. I'm using the standalone version, and I've selected a template from one of their many great template packs. I've built a title here based on one of the templates, and it has two text fields, one that will stay static and one that will change for each of my different output files. This title design tool provides a lot of functionality for designing titles, things like scrolling text, highlighting and lighting effects, lower thirds, full screens, full font control, many different types of templates that probably have something for everyone. You could start with one of these templates and then design your requirement on top of that, or start from scratch and add effects and motion. For my purposes, I'm using this template that flies in and then flies out. Here I have one text field that will change. It doesn't matter what you put here in the actual text box. In order to automate what goes into this text field in our production process, I need to associate it with a variable. This field in the title designer is used just for that. Here I'm calling this text field 1. I could call this anything I want. If I wanted the other text field or additional text fields in this template to also be tied to a variable, I would do the same for those. Now, since I'm using the standalone design tool, I'm going to put this into Adobe Premiere Pro to adjust my timing and to create a PostProducer template. I export this as a movie file and drop that into my Premiere Pro project. Here you can see my project, a couple of video layers and an audio track. I intend to produce a number of these as outputs, each with different text in the title text box. It is possible to have multiple different titles and graphics in a project like this, all using different title templates if you like. Once I have my placement where I want it, I rename the title file as a variable. I have a tool installed to save those, and I'm calling this one Template 1. After I do that, I'm simply going to export my Premiere Pro project as a Final Cut 7 XML file, which I will turn into a PostProducer template. After I convert that to a template with a PostProducer Compose workflow, I end up with a CML version of that file. This is what that file looks like. Don't worry about knowing XML programming. I'm showing this to you to let you see that the variable I renamed my title clip in Premiere Pro, that it actually ends up being in this template file once I do the conversion. Now this is the Vantage PostProducer workflow I will use to process my titles. The input is a work order action, which simply creates PostProducer jobs for each row in a work order or an Excel CSV type file. The Titler Engine option lives in the conform action. Once you have Titler Engine, you get this advanced title processor field. The only thing you set here is the location of the title variable file. This file is a simple CSV file that simply associates a NewBlue title template name with two variables. One is the name of any text fields in my template, in this case text field 1, and the other is a Vantage variable that is used in the work order for the text that needs to replace this in each iteration. Jumping back to the work order action, you see that these two variables are called out here, and those relate to the columns in my work order. Here's my work order. The first column is the path to my CML template I showed you earlier. The second column is for the text I want to be in each output, and the last column is my NewBlue template name. Now let's submit this work order into my workflow, and it will create 3 different titles for this example. Here you see that I have kicked off 3 jobs, which could easily be 100 jobs if my work order had that many rows in it. And looking at one of these jobs, I see that the titler engine is creating my titles, and once that's finished, the post-producer conform action will composite all of these files and deliver them to a server or to another workflow. This is all running on a Telestream Lightspeed server, so it could easily do 4 or more jobs at once. And there we have it. I've automated the creation of 3 different outputs with different titles, all template driven, based on the NewBlue title templates. We have much more information available to you on the titler engine and on Vantage Post Producer. Just download the app note from the Telestream website at the short link I have here. For more information on the NewBlueFX title design tools, just go to NewBlueFX.com. Thank you for watching.